Okay, guys, so this is going to be our last session for the semester 2 to discuss the final topic, which is about sets. Next week, we're going to talk about the review for all of the topics that we have learned in semester 2. So pay close attention for what I'm going to explain. And if I ask you to participate in the lesson, please participate well. Later on, I'm going to ask you some question and then you are going to write the answer on the chat box. Yeah. So, yes. Okay. So, ini baru pada datang. Danish dan Raihan. Oke, Danish. Mana Danish? Mana Danish ya? Raihan. Ya. Oke. Baik. Oke, aduh, banyak sekali ini saya bingung. Kalian pada telat, jadinya saya pusing. Baiklah. Oke, yaudah saya mulai aja guys. Just gonna start the lesson. Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys because we don't have much time. This is Friday. Yeah. Okay, here we go, guys. Ini dia. Aduh, ini si Bunga nggak bisa masuk nih. Gak apa-apa lah. Okay, so previously we have learned a lot about set. The last material that we have learned, which are about the universal set and an operation of set, and then we have union, we have intersection, and we have difference of sets, right? So today we're going to just remember that all of the materials will be connected to each other, and also for this topic you need to have the prior knowledge from the previous material that we have learned last time, okay, which is about intersection, and we have a union, we have universal set, we have difference of set, and also cardinal number. Because so those are the things that you need to understand first before going to this topic, this material for today. Yeah. So okay. So please write down in your notebook the title for today's lesson, which is about, the first one is going to be about complement of set. Okay, please write this down on your notebook. Okay, so the title, the first one is the complement of a set. Okay, so what is complement of a set? It complement means that you complete, right? So you complete the set. So for this one, you need to understand the prior knowledge that you need to know is the universal set and also the difference of set. Okay, so I'm gonna start explaining. The first one is it can be denoted by like the letter C on the top, or you can use a what do you call it, like tanda petik satu, apa ya bahasanya? Ya pokoknya tanda petik lah ya. So for example, if I have, kenapa apostrofe ya? Ya betul, yes betul. Ya itu dia betul. Aduh ini Bunga nggak usah join. Yes, okay, betul ya. Thank you very much for the information. Ya guys, so ini kita bacanya prime ya. Kalau saya bacanya prime. Is it? Yes, prime. Yeah. Ya udah, langsung aja ke example ya guys. So I'm gonna go straight to the example because we don't have much time. So for example, in a question, yeah. So, again, guys, it will be different from one question to each other. So you, when you answer a question, you need to focus on that question. Like question number one, just focus on there. You don't have, if it doesn't have any connection with the other question. So you only need to focus there, okay? Because the value will be different from one question to others, okay? So for example, number one, given universal set U, yeah, is equals to, for example, I have number 1 until 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And then I have in this same question, I have set A. Yeah? Set A consists of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then I would like to know the complement of set A. Okay, so if I write this down, then the complement of set A, right? So I can write that down as A and then like put this small c on like a capital C but on the top, or if you want if you don't have that in your keyboard, you can just like use the apostrophe, ya, apostrophe satu nih, ya, tanda petik satu, ya. Okay, so that will be equals to anything that is on the universal set subtracted by the set A. So that will be U minus A. Yeah. So for example, if I have B, for example, yeah, B, that will be U minus B. So you only need to write down all of the elements in B and in U, but subtract that by the question, the set of the question. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna erase this because we don't need that. Okay. So previously we have learned about subtraction, right? So the easiest way on how to understand this is just like, okay, I'm gonna write all of these right in here, but I'm not going to write the same element with element A, right? The element A is 1, 2, 3. So the same element here is this guy, and this guy, right? So which means that you only need to write 4, 5, and 6. As simple as that. Yeah. Yeah. So you only need, again, guys, you only need to write down all the elements in the universal set except, yeah, except the elements that are the same with set A, because this is A, right? A complement. That's it. Okay. Quite easy. Okay. Any question before I continue? I'm gonna give you one more example for this one. Okay. I'm gonna write down question number 2 over here to give some state. Okay. So number 2, given this time I have universal set and I have set A and set B. Yeah? So universal set is going to be -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I have set A, which is equals to, let's say it's 0 and 1. And then I have also set B, which is going to be 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, the first question, if I want to define, for example, you want to find A, question A, is going to be a complement, the complement of A. Okay, like I explained previously, that this will be just the universal set minus the A, right? Universal set minus A. So in words, in sentences, if I explain it, you only need to write down all of the elements in the universal set, but you don't need to write down the elements that are the same with set A, which is 0 and 1, right? So if I do this, right? So I'm gonna write down all of them, for example, like 0 until 3, right? For example, here like -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to erase 0 and 1 because that is on set A, right? So we only need to erase 0 and 1. And there you go. You have the A complement. That's it. Okay. So I'm gonna move that a little bit to the left. Oops. Ya, nggak bisa. Saya ambil ke kiri aja. -1, 2. Okay, quite easy, right? Quite easy. Now, I would like you to write down in the chat box, what is the complement of B? Okay, please write it down like this, yeah. B and then apostrophe and then equals to and then curly bracket and then write down what are the elements that is included into the complement of B. Okay, everyone, please, I would like you to write that the answer in the chat box. I would like to know your understanding. Okay, silakan guys. Oke, silakan. Okay, very good, Kak Aziza. Yes, Aruni. Yes, correct. Akasha, very good. Oke, baru 3 nih ya. Betul semua yang 3 orang ini. Lanjut guys. Oke, lanjut yang lain. Okay, I would like you to write the answer because I would like to know your understanding. Because if I think that some of you or most of you don't understand, I will re-explain it again. Okay, I need to make sure that all of you understand what I'm saying in here, what I'm explaining here. Okay, Elia, yes, correct, betul sekali. Oke, siapa lagi? Nikki, yes, it is correct. Oke, mana lagi? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oke, yang lain baru ada 5 nih. Kalian kan ada 17 ya, 3 ada 14 ya. Berarti minimal 7 orang lah, setengahnya. Oke, baru ada K, Aziza, Aruni, Akasha, Elia, dan Niki. Silakan dicoba dulu guys. Again guys, you only need to write down all of the elements in the universal set, but you don't need to write down the elements that are in B because this is B complement. Ya, jadi tinggal dikurangin aja sama si B. Ayo, yang lain mana? Ali, Kiko, Arkan, Sharon, Nadia, Bima, Lakan, Danish, Raihan, Bunga. Halo, apa kabar? Yang belum jawab. Ayo dong jawab, dicoba. Biar saya tahu, berarti nggak ngerti apa gimana nih, guys? What do you think? I don't think, Pak. What do you think, guys? Bima. Yes, Bima. Very good. Betul sekali. Yes. Jadi, satu lagi. Saya mau tunggu satu lagi. Oke, satu lagi ya. 7. 7 students. I would like to at least 7 of you answer the question, then I will go to the next one ya. Ini makin lama nggak ada yang jawab, makin lama kita selesai. Atau makin ada yang tidak tercover nantinya guys ya. Ntar kalian bilang, Pak Ramlan belum ngajarin yang ini ya, habisnya nggak mau. Ayo, satu lagi, come on. One more student, please. You can answer the question. 1, 2. Nah, ini dia Raihan. Yes, betul sekali. Okay, so the answer is yes, all of you are correct. All of you who have answer, yeah. That will be -1 and 0. Okay, again, guys, it's very easy. You only need to write down all of these, but without these, right? That will be just -1 and 0. Okay. Okay, next question. This is going to be more challenging. The next question is going to be, fine, I'm going to write down over here, guys. Yeah, over here. Find A union B complement. Okay, so for this one, guys, the first thing that you need to do is to find what's the element in A union B. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to do. After that, then you find the complement. Okay, so for this one, find A union B first. Okay, still remember how can we find A union B? Masih ingat? Union itu artinya penggabungan, digabung. Ya udah digabung aja gitu, A sama B ya. So you can see that in here we have set A and set B. We have set A over here and we set B over here. You only need to combine them, right? But remember that it needs to be distinct. Ingat ya, nggak boleh ada yang sama elemennya. Kalau ada yang sama, ditulisnya sekali aja cukup. Ya. So it means that if I write the elements of A union B, that will be 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? 0, 1, 2, and 3. So all of those are the elements from A union B. Now the main question is, what is A union B complement, right? The same exact thing, right? The same exact concept. You write down all of the elements in the universal set except these, yeah? So that will be just -1, right? That will be just -1 because 0, 1, and 2, and 3 are these, right? So the only one that's left is this one, -1. So it's just -1. Okay, so this is for A union B complement. Okay, the same thing if I have another question is A intersection B complement, right? So, okay, Akasha betul, yes. Ini nanti saya kasih contoh dulu ya, lupa. Nanti saya kasih satu soal lagi baru nanti jawab ya. Okay, A intersection B, the same thing, right? So the first thing that you need to find, right, is the A intersection B. Okay. So intersection means that you only need to find the same element from set A and set B, because this is A intersection B. So you find the elements that are the same from A and B. In this case, the one that is the same, we only have one elements, which is 1, right? So that is only 1. That's it. Okay, so same concept again, guys. Same concept, the same exact concept. So if you want to find the A intersection B complement, the only thing that you need to do is to write down all of the elements in set, the universal set, except the one in the A intersection B, right? So you write down all of them except one, because one is in here, right? Okay, so let's write that the answer. Wait, sebentar, aduh, lemot banget ya. Okay, so that would be equals to, I'm gonna should use equals to. So equals to, and then open bracket, that will be -1, 0, and then 2, and then 3. I'm not writing down 1 because 1 is over here, right? It's on A intersection B. Okay, so again, guys, for this kind of question, when we talk about complement, it depends on the question. Okay, so you only need to focus on that question. You don't have to write. You don't have to see for other questions. Yeah, for other numbers. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you one question like this, and I would like you to find the A intersection A union B complement and A intersection B complement. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna write down the next question, the next example. Number 3. Okay, given a universal set equals to, let's say I have -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna have set A, which is going to be -2 and 0 and 2. And I have set B, which is going to be -1, 0, and 1. Okay, now same question again, guys. I would like you to find the A union B complement and the A intersection B complement. Okay, now I would like you to write the answer on the chat box. I would like to see your understanding. Okay, so ini tulis union itu pakai huruf U aja ya. Kalau intersection huruf N aja, N kecil. Oke, guys. Jadi tulisnya A, U, B gitu ya. Yang ini nih. Kalau yang ini berarti A, N kecil, B gitu aja. Karena nggak ada di keyboard ya, guys. Jadi gitu aja. Oke. I will wait for around 3 minutes ya, for you to answer the question. Oke, go. Silakan. Oke. Silakan dicoba ya. Dicoba. Okay. Okay, again, guys. So for the A union B complement means that the first thing that you need to do is to find the elements from A union B. Cari dulu A union B-nya apa aja, ya kan? Nah, after that, right, means that the A union B complement is all of the elements in the universal set except the one that you have from A union B. Oke, silakan dicoba. Coba dulu ya. Karena cuman. Oke, silakan. Oke, ada Elia. Saya melihat di sini. Elia, oke. Yes, Elia itu adalah A union B-nya, betul. But the question is, A union B complement. Yes, ya. Elia, kamu benar yang A union B-nya, betul. Kamu tinggal cari A union B complement-nya. Oke. Berarti, which means that there will be all of the universal set except the one that you just write. Oke, Elia? Yes, very good. Silakan. Oke. Oke, oh langsung ya. Oke, ini udah. Udah toiletnya. Oke, yang izin ke toilet silakan, tapi jangan lama-lama ya. Oke, maksimal 3 menit lah. Jangan 40 menit. Oke, lanjut ya. Oke, Aruni, yes, A union B-nya betul sekali. A intersection B complement-nya adalah yes, betul. Yes, Aruni betul. Yes. Akasha, yes, correct, very good. K Aziza, the first question is correct. The second one is incorrect. Ya, yang kedua enggak. Yang A union B complement betul, tapi A intersection B-nya bukan itu. Itu baru N, saya ke Aziza ya. Ke Aziza itu yang kamu tulis. Yang kedua, itu baru A intersection B-nya doang. Ya. Yang ditanya adalah A intersection B complement. Ya, kayak Aziza ya. Jadi yang A-nya udah bener nih. A union B complement-nya udah bener. Tapi yang A intersection B complement-nya itu masih kurang tepat. Kurang tepat bukan kurang tepat, belum selesai. Ya. Selesai. Oke. Yeah, I have 1, 2 answer that are correct. Oke, silakan dicoba dulu. Okay. Nadia, that is the intersection. Yes, it is. That is the correct intersection. But the question is, what is the complement of that? Okay. When we're talking about the complement, it means that you only need to write down all the elements in the universal set, because we're talking about the universal set is this guy here. Yeah, ada di sini ya. These are the elements of the universal set. So when we're talking about A intersection B complement, so you need to only to write all of these except the one that you have from the intersection. Gitu ya. Okay, I would like you to try it again. Yeah, that's the intersection. Yes, it is correct. But the one that's being asked is the A intersection B complement, and also the A union B complement.
So I need to write all of the letters, the numbers in the universal set, except for the ones intersecting.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, that is for the A intersection B complement. Yeah, that is for the question B. Yeah, Nadia. Yes. Okay. Please try it, guys. Dicoba ya. Ingat, please. I'm asking you to try. Yeah. I'm not asking you to go straight and go. I mean, like get the correct answer right away. It's good to have that, but it is okay to make mistakes. No problem with that. Okay. Oke, silakan. Saya masih tunggu ya. I would like you to try. 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 Okay. Silakan. Okay. Nadia, that is correct. But the way you write it down needs to be neat. Yeah, that is actually correct. You need to write it.
Be written with a comma.
Yes, you need to separate each element. I was
lazy to write it with a comma in the chat box, so I didn't write it.
Yeah. As long as you understand the concept, yeah, Nadia. And then when you have the quiz later on, I mean, like the end semester test, I would like you to write down based on the rule. Yeah, we need to use the comma and also the curly bracket. Yeah. Okay, good job, Nadia. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna. Okay, Bima. Yes, that is correct for the what they call the A union B intersection. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna explain to you guys again. So the first thing again, guys, if you want to find the A union B complement, the thing that you need to find first is to find the A union B. Okay, so I'm gonna write down over here. I'm gonna find A union B, right? A union B is just combining the set A and set B. It's just combining all of them, right? There will be -2, 0, 2, and -1, 0, 1. But you don't have to write down the 0 twice because you have 0. I mean, like, yeah, you don't have to write down. For example, if I write down, okay, that would be like -2, 0, and then 2, and then -1, and then 0, and then 1, right? But this is not correct. I mean, like, you need to do something with it because we have these two elements that are the same, right? So you don't need to write it down twice. Just write them once. Jadi ini nggak usah ditulis, nggak apa-apa. Yeah. If I rearrange that from the smallest to the largest, that would be -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, we're not done yet, guys. Yeah, because this is just A union B. Okay, the one that's being asked in here is A union B complement. So the complement of that, again, you only need to write down all the elements in the universal set except, yeah, except the A union B. A union B are these, right? So -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So you need to write down all of these except these three, this five, because it's over here, right? So that's the only concept. I mean, like that's the pretty simple concept, right? So that leaves only the three, right? So which means that this is just 3. Okay, quite easy, right? Okay, the next thing, the same thing with the second question, which is a intersection B complement. So the first thing that you need to find is the A intersection B, right? Remember, intersection means that you find only the same element. And here, the same element from set A and set B is, bentar, kok error, bentar guys. Okay, is karena cuma satu ya. Just this guy over here, which is 0. So I can write down the element that from the intersection of set A and B is just the 0. Okay, so which means that the A intersection B complement is to write down all of the elements in the universal set without or except 0, right? Because you have 0 as the element from A intersection B, right? So which means that we can write this down as what the answer, yeah? Go error see. Okay, so that will be -2, -1 without the 0, right? That will be 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, so this is how you I mean, like this is the what we call as the complement, ya. Complement itu artinya pelengkap ya, guys. Jadi dilengkapi gitu, pelengkapnya apa gitu. Oke. Oke, ini question before I continue. Ini banyak kok ada yang keluar. Ini siapa yang keluar ya? Oke. Oke, ini kok tiba-tiba banyak yang off cam ya. Hmm. Ya, kayak Aziza. Betul sekali ya. Oke, gitu ya. Itu ya. Nah, silakan yang off cam, tolong on cam dulu dong. Oke, terima kasih. Ini nomor berapa? Okay. Okay, no question for this one, yeah? Okay, so we're going to go to the next material, the next title. We have done with this one, the cardinal. This is the complement of a set. Okay, now please write down another, what they call title, which is the Venn diagram. Okay. Okay, Venn diagram. I'm pretty sure that most of you know this. Maybe all of you know this because you have already learned this in elementary school. Yeah, if your elementary school taught you that. Okay, so here we go. What is actually a Venn diagram? Venn diagram is a diagram in which you can see it's mostly like this, right? You have like this, or you can have like this, right? So this is what we call Venn diagram. So how can we draw this? Okay, in a couple of cases, which is going to be related to set. Okay, so just going to go to the example, guys. I don't need to explain the definition actually because yeah, you already know about previously actually. Yes, Arduino, no problem. Okay, I'm going to explain it first. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the example now. So example number 1, I'm going to use the same information from the question. Okay, so I'm gonna use wait. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna use this question. Wait, A, B. Okay, this one. Yeah, I'm going to copy this here. Okay, copy that. Okay, here we go. So example number 1. Okay, we have given a universal set and then the A and then also the B. And then let's draw the Venn diagram. Draw the Venn diagram. Okay, so when when you want to draw the Venn diagram, the first thing that we need to do is to investigate whether these sets, yeah, set A and B for this one, is overlapping or disjoint. Ada yang masih ingat nggak apa itu overlapping, apa itu disjoint? Sepertinya tidak ada yang ingat. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the notes that we have last week, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up. I'm gonna mana ya?
Pak.
Yeah.
I know what overlapping is.
Yeah. Okay, good.
In my notes.
Yeah. So
two sets A and B are overlapping if they have at least one common element. Common element.
Okay, so do you think set A and B here are overlapping?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because we have that one element, which is 1, that is the same. Okay, so thank you very much, Nadia. Yes. Okay, so these two sets is going to be overlapping. So the set that you need to pay attention with is the set except the universal set. So you don't have to pay attention with the universal set to determine whether it is going to be disjoint or it is going to be overlapping. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so it's going to be overlapping. So in to draw a Venn diagram which is overlapping means that you will have circles that will overlap. So we have, like, for example, this is set A and this is set B over here, and then you have this section in which it is going to be overlapping. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to draw that. I'm going to erase that. I'm going to make that a little bit neat using the shape over here. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram, guys. So I'm gonna draw. Okay, the first thing that you need to draw is the rectangle, and then you draw because we have two sets in here, set A and set B. So it means that you will have two circles. Okay, two circles. Oh, chill. Guys, shapes, circle. Okay, this is the first circle. Okay, so for example, this is for set A. I'm gonna put this over here. And the other one is for set B. I'm gonna draw another circle. Okay. That will be, I'm gonna put this over here. And then because it is overlapping, then it will be like this. So yeah, ini caranya tidak sama. Samain biar sama. Okay. Nah, ya guys. Okay. Rectangle-nya segede ini kita. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the first thing that you need to draw. You don't need to write down anything else. Just draw it because we know that it is overlapping, that we will have a section part in which it's overlapping. This guy, that's that part that's going to be overlapping. Okay. The next thing that you need to do is to write down the name of the set because we're just talking about set A and B. So you can actually write down which one is A and B. Doesn't, I mean, like it's the same thing. I'm going to choose the left side is A and the right side is B. So this is A and this is B. Okay. And then because we have the universal set is always going to be written on the top left of the rectangle. This is the universal set over here. Okay, so that's the next thing I want to do. The next thing is that we are going to write down the elements inside this Venn diagram. Okay, the first thing that you need to write is, most of the time, yeah, this is what I do always, is to write down the elements that is intersecting, right? And here, the one that is intersecting is this guy, yeah, right? 1. So that guy will be over here, yeah. And then please put a dot of to mark that this is an element. Ya, nanti saya kasih tahu ya kenapa harus pakai titik, kenapa enggak. Ini kalau yang ini harus pakai titik ya. If you write down the elements, kalau kamu tulis elemennya harus pakai titik, okay? Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is to write down the elements that is in A, the A that you haven't write yet, right? So for set A, we have 0 and 1, right? You have already write the 1. You haven't write the 0, right? So it means that the 0 will be on the circle of A. The circle of A, this is this one. So which means that will be over here. This is the 0. Yeah, yang ini nih. Okay, so that leaves the B. Yeah, so the B we have wrote 1. So we haven't write 2 and 3 because it's on B. So you write down over here the 2 and the 3. Okay. Okay, we're not done yet because we have universal set. Okay, just make sure that all of the elements inside this Venn diagram, inside the rectangle, include all of the elements in the universal set, right? We have right 0, 1, 2, and 3, 0, 1, 2, and 3, but we haven't write -1, right? Right, so that -1 is also included inside the rectangle, but it is outside the circle. So that will be, you can put them everywhere you want, as long as it's inside the rectangle but outside the circle. So I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so this is how you draw Venn diagram. Okay, next example. I'm going to put the next example on the right side. Okay, so biar kelihatan ya contohnya. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, second example. Number 2. Okay, number 2. Given, same thing, universal set is equals to, let's say, start from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I have set A, that will be 3, 4, 5. And then I have set B, that will be 9 and 10. Okay, like I previously said before, you need to know, before you draw the Venn diagram, you need to know whether, because we're only talking about 2 sets, which is set A and B, you don't have to pay attention to the universal set yet, yeah? So we need to determine whether it is overlapping or is it going to be disjoint. Okay. Silakan. What do you think? Is it overlapping or is it disjoint? Ya, Ali. Bagaimana, Ali? Jangan ketawa, Ali. Saya ulang ya penjelasannya. Kalau overlapping berarti minimal ada satu aja yang sama. Pasti overlapping. Kalau misalnya disjoint berarti nggak ada yang sama. Sama sekali nggak ada satupun yang sama. Ya, kita ngomongin set A sama set B ya. Oke, saya mau ke Ali. Ali, what do you think? Is it overlapping atau disjoint, Ali?
Disjoint, Pak.
Disjoint, gitu ya. Simpelnya gitu doang ya. Jadi ini disjoint karena nggak ada yang sama, gitu ya. This is going to be disjoint. Yeah, because there is no elements that are the same from set A and set B. Okay, so let's draw the Venn diagram again. Okay, the first thing again, we are going to draw a rectangle. Okay, and then because we're talking about two sets, yeah, here a set A and set B, so you are going to draw 2 circles. Okay, 2 circles. The first circle over here, and the other circle is over here. Okay, so the difference between this joint set and what do you call it, the overlapping set, is that the circles doesn't intersect, right? Jadi dia tidak berpotongan gitu ya, karena nggak ada yang sama kan, gitu ya, right? So that's the difference between overlapping and disjoint. Okay, so the same thing like we did before, you write down the name of the set, which is A and B, which are same to me. So it's A over here, B over here. Actually, you can swap them around. It's up to you actually. So as long as you put the elements according to the name of the set, ya. Jadi jangan sampai kamu tulis B di sini, tapi di sini tulisnya 3, 4, 5, gitu ya. Karena itu adalah punya si A, gitu ya. Jangan sampai salah. Oke. Okay? So, and then the next one we do is to write down the universal set on the top left, ya, selalu on the top left. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is to write down the elements. Okay, what's included in set A are 3, 4, and 5. So you put 3, 4, and 5. Remember to use dot, ya, kasih titik depannya ya guys. 3, 4, and 5. And then for the B is 9 and 10. So it's 9 and 10 over here. Okay, again, we're not done yet because make sure that everything that you put, the element that you put all inside the rectangle is included into the universal set. Okay, so the you have wrote 3, 4, 5, and 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, and 9, and 10. You haven't write these 3 elements, right? You haven't wrote that yet. So which means that we're going to write that down, but it's going to be outside the circle. It's still inside the rectangle, but it's going to be outside the circle. So there'll be 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to put them over here, maybe, and over here, and over here. And there you go. You have the Venn diagram for this question. Okay. Is there any question before I continue? Oh yeah, okay, Aziza. Yes, this is betul. Ngerti ya? Gampang kan? Yes, very good. Ini mudah loh guys, tidak sulit guys. This one is not hard ya, dibandingin sama trigonometry kemarin. Ini jauh lebih mudah ya guys. This is a lot easier. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is going to be the last one, the last title of topic, the last topic, yeah, the last material for this topic, yeah. Okay, I would like you to write down again another title. The previous title is Venn diagram. The next title is going to be the Cardinal Properties of Set. This is going to be very related to this Venn diagram. So make sure that you understand how to do this, the Venn diagram, and also the union and an intersection, right? If you understand that, you will it will be easy. I mean, like, it's going to be easy for you guys to understand the next material. Okay, so the topic, not the topic, the title is going to be the Cardinal Properties of Set. I'm going to write down over here. So cardinal properties of sets. Okay, here we go. Okay, before we go to the explanation, does anyone still remember what cardinal number is? Okay, for those of you who wrote notes, harusnya tahu. What is the cardinal number of set? Cardinal number, saya tanya cardinal number dulu deh. Okay, maybe I'm gonna give you one question now. If I have like set A, that would be 3, 4, 5, and 6. The question is, what is the cardinal number of set A? What is the cardinal number of set A? Silakan dibuka catatannya, guys. Karena ini sudah ada di catatan. Oh, dan jawab nih kayaknya. Oke, Arini betul sekali. Baru Arini doang nih. Yang lain gimana? Oke, ya Arini benar ya. Oke, langsung aja ya guys biar nggak lama. Okay, so this is going to be 4. How to write down the cardinal number is going to be the notation will be n, yeah, and then you write down the name of the set inside the bracket. That will be equals to 4. Why is it 4? Because we only have 4 distinct elements inside set A. As easy as that, yeah. You only need to count how many distinct elements in a set. Then you will have the cardinal number of that set. Okay. So ini nggak usah ditulis nggak apa-apa ya guys. I'm gonna erase this. This is just an example. So the example of cardinal properties of a set is like this. Okay. I'm going to write down something here. So I'm gonna go straight to the example, guys. For example, number 1, I have a given universal set is equals to -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I have set A is equals to 1 and 2, for example. And then I have set B, the elements are 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so before we go to the formulas, actually we have a formula for this one. I'm going to ask you the cardinal number for each of this set. Okay. Okay. So, NU, this one is NA, this one is NB. Okay. I'm going to start with Arkan. Arkan, what is the cardinal number of the universal set? Yes, Nadira Elia, yes. Amount of element, yes, betul. Oke, pertanyaan saya mau ke Arkan dulu. Arkan, can you hear me? Ya, silakan Arkan.
I'm still not sure yet, Pak.
You're still not sure yet. Oke, saya ulang ya. Cardinal number itu cuma ngitung berapa banyak elemen dalam set itu. Cuma dihitung doang, ada berapa banyak sih? Nah, coba Arkan. Ada berapa banyak elemen tuh di set universal setnya? Oke, Ali kayaknya gatel nih. Berapa, Li?
Apa?
Berapa universal setnya? Cardinal number of the universal setnya berapa?
Dihitungnya Pak.
Iya, dihitung aja udah berapa banyak.
4.
Yang setannya universal set, Bang. Bukan B. Yang
6
ini
Pak.
kan? Iya dong. Berapa?
6.
6. Gitu doang, gampang kan? Cuma dihitung doang. Ada berapa banyak sih? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Udah selesai. Ya. Kok easy ya guys? Jadi yang mudah-mudah jangan dibikin sulit lah. Ya, ini mudah sekali. Cuma ngitung doang ada berapa banyak. Oke. Oke, I'm gonna go to Nikki. Nikki, can you help me with the cardinal number of set A and set B? Silakan.
Jumlah ininya kan ya Pak tadi?
Ya, jumlah elemennya berapa?
Yang A itu 2, yang B 3 Pak.
Iya, gampang kan? Nah, 2 ya. 2 sama 3, yes. Gampang sekali, very easy. Ya, oke. Now, here comes a more challenging question. What is A and A union B? Okay. So, basically, you are doing the same thing like when you have the complement, right? Oke, kayak Aziza betul sekali. And universal and A sama NB betul sekali, yes. Oke, Elia dapat segitu katanya 5. Oke, kata Elia katanya 5. Gimana teman-teman yang lain? Apakah setuju atau punya jawaban lain? Oke. Jadi hintnya begini ya guys. You find the A union B first. Ya kan? Find dulu, cari dulu A union B-nya itu elemennya apa aja. Oke. Saya mau ke siapa ya? Raihan. Raihan, can you help me with the A union B? Elemennya apa aja? A union B. Union itu artinya digabung. Silakan, Raihan.
Bentar, saya mikir dulu.
Oke. Oke, Elia katanya 4 nih. Ya benar Elia 4. Kenapa berubah dari 5 ke 4? Kenapa? Jawabannya benar Elia, 4. Tapi pertanyaan saya, kenapa kamu tadi 5, terus sekarang jadi 4? Alasannya kenapa?
Duanya nggak usah di...
Nah, benar banget. Yes, very good, Elia. Yes. Jadi gini ya guys, again guys, when you're confused with this one, actually you can select, Pak ada 5 Pak, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tapi, ya kan, remember guys, it needs to be distinct, right? It needs to be different. You know that these two elements are the same, right? So you don't have to write them down twice. So an easier way to see this, a more clearer way to see this is to write down the elements first. Okay, let's write down the elements of A union B. So you only need to combine all of them. But again, if you have the same element, you only need to write down 1. So if I write down A union B, that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means the N A union B is equals to 4 because we have 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Okay. So the next question is, N A intersection B. Okay, now I would like you to write that down in the chat box. Yes, what is an A intersection B? An A intersection B. Nah, dicoba. Yes, Elia, mantap. Yang lain silakan. Okay, guys. Remember, you need to think of what are the elements that included into A intersection B. Remember, intersection means that the elements are the same. Okay, And then you only need to count how many elements do you have in that set. Right? That's it. Oke, silakan. Baru satu nih, baru Elia doang. Yes, Aruni betul. Aruni, if this is n, you don't have to put the curly bracket, ya. Oke, jadi kalau curly bracket itu nyebutin elemennya ya. Kalau ini menuliskan berapa banyak anggotanya. So you don't have to put bracket in here. Kalau bracket begini berarti ini elemennya. Gitu ya. Oke. Jadi jangan pakai bracket ya. Kalau kita ngomongin cardinal number jangan pakai bracket. Ya, kalau ini kenapa pakai bracket? Karena ini kan gak ada n ya depannya, ya kan? Bukan cardinal number dong. Nah, gitu ya. Oke, NA intersection B. Oke, Bima belum. Belum, bukan segitu. Cari A intersection B dulu ya guys, saya ulang ya. Cari A intersection B. A intersection B are the elements that are the same from set A and set B. After you list them down, you only need to count how many elements do you have in that set. Ya, oke, linknya begitu guys. Ya, silakan dicoba dulu. Nih baru ada 2 nih yang benar. Ayo dicoba. Akasha, yes, it is correct. Very good. Lanjut.
Pak.
Yep.
Berarti saya cuma tulis elementsnya aja, tulis ulang atau apa?
Boleh tulis N dalam kurung A, N, B, tutup kurung sama dengan berapa? Boleh. Yes. Bima, angkanya aja yang belum betul ya. Cara nulisnya udah betul ya. N dalam kurung A, intersection B, tutup kurung sama dengan, nah hasilnya aja yang masih kurang tepat. Oke, bagaimana? Yang lain? Raihan masih kurang tepat. Raihan, ini kan cardinal number ya. Kalau cardinal number harus ada huruf N di depannya. Nih N ini nih harus ada. Ya, N kecil. Ya, harus ada itu. Kalau kamu nggak ada simbol itu, nggak ada huruf N kecil depannya, berarti itu bukan cardinal numbernya, bukan. Ya, oke. Jadi harus ada simbol itu. Penting. Oke, silakan. Saya masih tunggu. I'm gonna wait for you guys to, what do you call it? To answer the question. We only have, oh my god, 15 minutes guys. So hopefully we're going to have enough time to finish this. Gimana? Cuma 2 nih, aduh. Ya udah. Oke, jawabannya adalah 1. Kenapa 1? Oke. Oke, let's ya.
Saya nggak begitu ngerti Pak, soalnya tadi saya tiba-tiba iPad saya mati ke disconnect.
Oh gitu. Oke. Saya ulang sedikit ya guys. Oke, the first thing I need to understand is the cardinal number ya guys. Masih ingat ya, yang namanya cardinal number itu notationnya adalah n. So if I have, for example, this is A, right? The elements is 1 and 2. So which means that the NA, the cardinal number of A is 2 because we have 2 elements. Itu yang pertama. Ya. The next thing that we need to see here, it depends on the question again, guys. So NA, NU, NA, and NB, I think it's quite easy because you can just like go straight to the information from the question, right? The question provides you with the answer, right? So to answer the NU, NA, and NB, you only need to count how many elements do you have in that set. For example, NU is equal to 6 because we have 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Okay, that's the first thing, right? And A is the same thing because we have 2 elements, so that's 2. And B is 1, 2, 3. That's also going to be, the same thing. Yeah. Okay. The next thing is that the next question is NA union B. Saya ulang ini lagi ya guys. NA union B. So when you want to find the cardinal number of NA union B, you need to find the elements of A union B first. Okay, so this is what you need to do first before answering this question. Okay, so A union B means that you combine all the elements from set A and set B, right? You combine all of them. So you combine these and these, right? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. You combine them. And remember that if you have the same exact element, you only need to write them down once. Okay, you don't write them down more than once. For example, here we have 2 and also have 2 in here, right? So you don't need to write them down twice. Okay, that's the second one. And then after you write down all the elements of A union B, right, you can answer this question. And A union B means that how many distinct elements do you have in A union B? And here we have 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be equals to 4. Okay, so the same thing with NA intersection B. So we need to find out the elements from A intersection B first. Okay, and A intersection B. So A intersection B is, what's the element of A intersection B? Elemennya apa? Niki. Yang sama dari A dan B, yang mana?
2 ya, Pak.
2, betul. Cuma ada 1 kan, yaitu 2 gitu kan, itu sih 2. Oke. Nah sekarang berarti NA intersection B, kamu tinggal hitung ini ada berapa elemen di sini. Cuma ada 1 kan, ya 1, selesai gitu. Ya, oke. Gitu dong ya guys. Jadi again guys, this is very easy. Don't make it hard because this is very easy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you no. I'm gonna explain the next one. Okay, guys. So why am I using we're finding these? Because it is going to be very related to the formula that I'm going to give you. Okay, the formula. We have one formula. Please just write this down. This is going to be very important. The formula of the only one formula that you are going to use for this topic is this. Okay, so the formula will be NA union B, the cardinal number of A union B, is equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. That's it. This is the only formula that you will use for this topic. Yeah, only one, cuma 1. Okay, so why are we doing this? Because I want to prove this formula, is it correct or not? Ya, maksudnya kita buktiin bener nggak sih ini formulanya kalau kita masukin angka-angkanya itu bener gitu. Okay, so let us write down all of the numbers that we have from here to here. Okay, let us do that. Okay, the first one, NA union B, it's over here, right? NA union, so you put 4 over here, right? Equals to NA is this guy, which is 2. NB is this guy, which is 3. And A union intersection B is equals to 1. Okay, 2 plus 3 minus 1, berapa? Can you point me the fingers? How many fingers do you have? 2 plus 3 minus 1 jadi berapa, guys?
4, Pak.
4, ya gampang kan tuh. Ini kayak pelajaran SD. Apakah 4 sama dengan 4? Bener kan? Nah, itu dia. Ini cuma buat pembuktian aja ya guys. This is just to prove whether the formula is correct or not, ya. And it's proven that it is correct, yeah. If you put all the numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one question, guys, and I would like you to use that formula to find the answer. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sebentar ya, let me see the previous question that I gave to your friends. Maybe I'm just gonna copy that. Okay, can I copy from here? Wait guys, di copy dari sini nggak ya? Let me copy that. Can I copy here? Oh bisa ternyata, yes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave the formula there, and this is the first question for you guys. Okay, so this is example 1, this is example 2. Okay, if NA equals 5 and B equals to 6 and A intersection B equals to 3, what is NA union B? Okay, so this is how you do it actually. The first thing you do is to, if this is a quiz, yeah, please write down the formula first. Always do that, okay? So the formula is that, so that will be NA union B equals, ini contoh dulu deh. Equals to NA plus NB minus N A intersection B. Okay, so you only need to input all of the numbers from the question, right? The information are there, right? Okay, so the first one is NA union B. NA union B. This guy is this guy, right? The one that's being asked. We don't know that yet. So just leave it like that. Okay. So that will be equals to NA. This one is NA, right? It's 5. So put 5 below that. And then the next one is NB, which is this one, NB, yeah. That will be equals to 6. And then minus NA intersection B, which is 3. And then you only need to calculate 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 minus 3 is equals to 8. That's it. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. Okay, now I'm gonna give you one question, and I would like you to answer that on the chat box. Okay, I think it's gonna be very easy for you guys because you only need to put all of them into the formula. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Please answer this and put the answer in the chat box. Okay, nggak sampai semenit langsung dapat ya. Pretty easy. I'm very thirsty. Oh my god, I'm a bit sleepy. Okay, let me see. Oh, ada banyak nih. Oh, Okay, Raihan, yes, it is correct. Aruni, yes, it is correct. Elia, yes, you are correct. Bima also correct. Yes, very good. Yang baru 4, yang lain mana? Yes, and A union B is equals to that number. Yes, oke, yang lain silakan, baru 4 nih. Betul semua ya yang sudah jawab ya. Gampang kan? Gampang lah. Nah, mudah sekali lah. Mudah sekali. Oke, satu jawaban lagi deh. One more question. Aduh, ini udah
I don't really understand.
Okay, you only need to put all of the numbers into the formulas actually. Yeah. First thing that you need to do is to write down the formula. This formula. Okay, and then you you substitute the formulas from the question. I mean, like for example, this is an A, right? We have an A over here. You just put it 5 in here. We have NB, and we have NB over here, which is 6. You put 6 over here. And we have an A intersection B, which is over here, which is 3. Just put in there here 3. And you only need to calculate that. 5 plus 6 minus 3 equals to 8. That's it. Okay.
Oh, so I add all of the numbers.
Not quite, because there is a subtraction over here. Yeah.
No, and the all of the numbers written, right?
Yeah. You just calculate that. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So the only thing that you must pay attention is which one do you need to add, which one do you need to subtract, right? Because there's subtraction over here. The one that's being subtracted in here is the NA intersection B, right? The one that you add is NA and B. The one that you subtract is NA intersection B. That's it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait for 1 more minute. After that, I'm gonna go to the next example. I have 2 more examples for you guys, and the 2 examples that is going to be I'm going to give you are going to be story problems. Yeah, and these story problems, I will assure you that it will be on the end semester test. Yeah, so pay attention. Oke, silakan. Udah? Oke lah, sudahlah. Okay, guys. So this is going to be, okay, I'm going to write down the answer for you guys. So that will be, again, guys, write down the formula first. NA union B equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. Okay, and then just substitute all of the numbers that you have from the question, right? So the question here, we have NA, which is 10, so put the 10 over here. And we have NB, which is 12, so put over here. And then we have an A intersection B, which is 7, and put it over here, right? So it's just 10 plus 12 minus 7 is equals to 15. That's it. Pretty easy, right? Okay, next example, I'm going to give you a story problem. Okay, here we go. I'm going to copy this. Yeah, wait. Oke, sebentar ya. Saya copy aja, biar cepat. Okay, question, example number 4. Okay, here we go. I'm going to erase some of information here. Okay, so this is the real question. Okay, there are 30 students in a class. There are 30 students in a class. Yes, there are 30 students, yeah, in a class. 12 students like to play basketball. 20 students like to play soccer. How many students like both basketball and soccer? Okay. Okay, let me give you some question. If there are 30 students in the classroom and there are 12 students like to play basketball and 20 students like to play soccer, does it make sense? Does it make sense? That's the question. Kan ada 30, totalnya ada 30 anak. Yang suka basketball ada 12, yang suka soccer ada 20. Kalau digabung yang suka basketball sama soccer ada berapa? 32 ya? Kok kelebihan, Pak? Kok kelebihan sih? Kok nggak masuk akal ya? Okay, so which means that this is where set is going to play its role, ya guys. Kok kayak nggak masuk akal ya, Pak? Kelebihan Pak 2 orang, kan cuma ada 30 orang gitu ya. Nah, okay, so this is how we're going to do it. So every time you see a word problem like this, the first thing that the thing that you need to do is to break up each of the sentences, ya. So each sentence you have to break them out. Ini artinya apa sih? Ini artinya apa sih? Dan seterusnya gitu ya. Okay, so in here the first one is this 30 students, right? 30 students is the whole students, right? The total of all students. So I can write this down as this is actually when we're talking about the total means that it will be the union, right? So I can have that as n if I have set A and set B. For example, this is only basketball and soccer. So let's name this with set A, and this is set B, for example. So this will be NA union B equals to 30. Because the total number of students in the class is 30, right? So NA union B is equals to 30. That's the first one, okay? So the next one, if this is A, if basketball, if the students who like basketball, we name it with set A, so which means that NA is going to be equals to 12, right? Because there are 12 students like to play basketball. Okay, the next one is NB, right? Let's name soccer with set B. So this NB will be equals to 20 because there are 20 students who like to play soccer, okay? So the question is, how many students like both basketball and soccer? Okay, so we're talking about both basketball and soccer. It means that it will be the intersection. Okay, this is going to be one note for you guys. Whenever you see this this word or this phrase in a question of about set, which means that it's going to be the intersection, right? Both basketball. So it's going to be included into both of basketball and soccer, right? So that will be the intersection. So if I have like this, right? For example, this is the student who likes basketball, and this is the student who likes soccer. There will be some student over here who likes both basketball and soccer, right? That's why we're going to go back to the Venn diagram later. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back here. Okay, so which means that the one that's being asked is the NA intersection B, right? So let's name that with a variable. Let's say it's X. Yeah, I'm gonna name that with the variable X because we want to know that variable. So instead of writing down again and again and again NA intersection B, I'm just going to rewrite the letter X. Okay, so we have all the material here. So, and then we also have the formula. So just write down the formula first. Okay, so the formula, I'm going to rewrite the formula again over here, guys. So that will be, that will be N A union B equals to NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. Okay, so this is why it is very important for you guys to write down the formulas. So you can keep track which one do you write. I mean, like keep track of the things that you wrote, right? Whether it's correct or not. Yeah. Okay, let's do it again one more time. So the first thing is an A union B. Do we have it in the question? Yes, we have it here, right? An A union B, which is 30. So put the 30 below that. Yeah, below that. Okay, equals to, do we have the NA? Yes, we have it here, 12. Put that here. Do we have the NB? Yes, we have the NB. This is also NB, right? And that will be 20. And then we have an A intersection B. We don't have it, but we have denote that by the letter X. So put the X over there. Now, this is what we're looking for, the X, right? The value of X. Okay, so we can use algebra for this one, right? Well, because we already know how to, I mean, like we already learned about algebra, right? So you just, okay, just combine them. So that will be, this is just 30. And then 12 plus 20 is 32. And then minus X, right? So we want to find the X. And then a lot of ways how to do this. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to move this here, because it's subtraction. If I go to the other side of the equal sign, it will be the opposite of subtraction, which is going to be addition, right? So that will be 30 plus X equals to 32. Okay, the next one is, yeah.
What is the thing that you subtracted?
X.
That's X?
Yeah, I'm writing out X not like this, but like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I've told you from semester 1. I'm not using this because this is the same as a multiplication sign. Making a difference because if I want to write down X times X, I will write down like this. This is triple X, right? So instead of using it, I'm gonna write down like this. It's very clear. Oh, this is X times X, not X, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna continue. Thank you for the question. Okay, so we only need to move remember that when you want to solve an algebra equation, the variable needs to be alone in one side of the equal sign. For this one, it's not alone yet, this guy, right? Because we have 30, so the 30 needs to be go to the other side of the equal sign, or you subtract both sides by 30, you will get X is equals to 32 minus 30. So that will be equals to 2. So which means that in conclusion, because we're looking for the A intersection B, in which in this case is the how many students who like both basketball and soccer. So which means that in conclusion, there are two students who likes basketball and soccer. There you go. Okay, so again, guys, like I mentioned before, whenever you see a story problems, the thing that you need to do first is to convert that into whatever mathematical form do you have, right? In this case, because we have that formula, oh, that will be like, which one is an NA, which one is NB, which one is an A union B, which one is an A intersection B, right? And you only need to put that all of them into the formula. That's it. Okay. Okay. So for this one, we can actually draw the Venn diagram. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So how do you draw this Venn diagram? Okay. Okay, this is also going to be important because most of the question will be on the Venn diagram. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the this is the last one, guys, karena waktunya udah nggak ada. Waktunya sudah habis. Salat Jumat. Oke. Lagi ya, sorry ya guys, agak telat. Karena banyak ya. Nah, gitu ya guys, ada 2 ya. Oke. Oke. So, that would be like this, guys. So, we know that we have to we know that we have the intersection H2, which means that if this is set A, which is who like basketball, this is like soccer. So the one in the middle is 2 because we have 2 students, okay? So when we're talking about cardinal number, guys, cardinal number. So what's the difference between this one? Apa bedanya Pak ini? Kalau ini, guys, ini tulis elemennya. That's why I need you to put dot in front ya. Ada titiknya di depan. Bedanya itu ya guys. Kalau ada titiknya di depan, berarti ini elemennya ya. Tapi kalau nggak ada titiknya, itu adalah cardinal number-nya ya. Ini cardinal number-nya 2 ya. Okay, now the question is, how many students who likes only basketball? Gini ya, logikanya begini. There are 12 students who likes to play basketball. And harusnya mau nanya dulu ya. Oke, hari ini mau nanya dulu. 32 min X menjadi 30 plus X. Oke, gini. Saya ulang ya. Di sini ya prosesnya ya. Ya kan? Ya. Oke, ya. Saya mau pindahin ini ke sini. Kan ini dikurang. Kalau pindah jadi diapain? Ditambah kan? Lawannya kurang jadinya tambah gitu kan? Ya gitu ya. Jadi whenever you want to move one term to the other side of the equal sign, that will be the opposite operation ya. Jadi ini kenapa saya pindahin supaya X-nya jadi positif gitu. Sebenarnya bisa aja sih kayak gini ya misalnya. We can actually write down like this guys. If you want to move the 32 over here, boleh aja gitu ya. Boleh kayak gini juga boleh. Ini kan jadi minus 2 equals to minus X ya. Tapi kan ada minusnya nih, ya kan? Ini X-nya minus 1 kan. That will be minus 2 over minus 1 equals to X. Minus 2 divided by minus 1 is also equals to 2. Sama aja. Ya, ya oke, silakan Kiko. Yep. Oke. Oke, lanjut ya guys. Dikit lagi. Dikit lagi ya, dikit lagi. Ya. Saya ulang ya. If I want to know how many students who only like basketball. Ya, caranya gini. Berarti kan itu ada di sini ya. Ya guys. Ada di sebelah sini ya. Right? That will be like this. Ada 12 yang suka basket. Dari 12 itu ada 2 yang juga suka soccer. Berarti berapa banyak yang suka basket doang? 10 ya kan? Nah gitu. Ya kan? Jadi kalau ditanya berapa banyak yang suka basketball doang ya 10 orang gitu. Oke, pertanyaan yang sama. How many student who likes only soccer?
12.
12 dari mana? Saya lagi ya. There are 20 students who like soccer and 2 of them also like basketball. So how many students who only like soccer?
18, Pak.
18 ya.
Oh.
Yeah, 18 ya. Okay, now we need to find out. We need to make sure that because we have 30 students, right? Remember that what I said before that the universal set ya, itu harus semuanya include. Sekarang kamu jumlahin deh. Ini ada berapa nih? 10 tambah 2 tambah 18. Berapa? 10 tambah 2 tambah 18 sama dengan 30 kan? Persis kan 30 kan? Nah, itu dia. Jadi kejanggalan yang tadi kita pikir, oh Pak, kan kelebihan 2 Pak. Nah, 2 itu sebenarnya ada di sini gitu loh, ya. Oke, gitu ya, guys. Oke. Jadi if I ask you how many student who likes only soccer, ya 18. Kenapa? Karena dari 20 orang yang suka soccer itu ada 2 yang juga suka basket gitu. Oh, berarti sisanya dia yang cuma suka soccer doang. Oke? Ya udah, ini udah lewat nih sebenarnya, guys. Waktunya ya. Oke, I think that's it for now. If you still want to see the explanation, you can see the video later on, ya. Okay, I think that's it from me. Is there any other question, guys? For in the class? No? Okay, thank you very much for today. I'm gonna stop sharing, guys. And please remember that. Please, I have submitted I have posted task for you guys in Edmodo. And then that will be karena cuma satu ya guys, cuma satu tugas untuk satu topik ini. Tolong dikerjain. Itu akan menggantikan nilai kuis ya. Jadi kuisnya adalah ya kerjain sendiri aja di rumah gitu ya. Oke. Tolong dikerjakan di submit sebelum PAT ya, oke? Oke, I think that's it from me. Thank you very much. I'm gonna see you again nanti di sesi 3 ya. Oke. Thank you guys. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye.
Tiga, Pak.
Thank you guys. See you again.